Alright, this is... Alright, this is Fakafon's review of... Yeah. Now don't be fooled by the little cute music and the cutesy sound effects, because this game is actually really fun. There's a couple of modes you can play in, like Yosumin Adventure, Endless Yosumin, of course there's the ranking and the options. But I do wonder what is the quit game. Oh, well I should have seen that coming. So, let's start with the story of the game. So it starts like this. Once upon a time, deep in the... Can it go any slower? Forest of the Yosumin with an exclamation mark. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Skip. There we go. So then... Oh, come on! Okay, to make a long story short, basically there was a magical stained glass that's been broken by who knows who, and finally Mr. Grand Goldman, which is basically God, told this guy to go get the pieces. There we go.
Hey there, little yellow one. Guess what?
Man, what kind of God speaks like that? None. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you how you play Yosumin. So yeah, thank you, Mr. Tutorial. So basically, what you need to do, we need to... What the fuck? Okay, so anyway, so the point of the game is, what you need to do is to make rectangles or squares using the little blocks on the board. What you need to do is, each corner of the rectangle or square you do has to be the same color, and that's how you get the points. So basically, that's the game. Of course, when you finish a stage, it then brings you to your ranking score, and it tells you how many points you've done. And as you can see, I kick ass. I'm Mac Daddy. There's some special tricks you can do in this game. For example, if you manage to get the whole board in one shot, it will make a big Yosumin. There we go. Of course, first it sounds like they need to go to the bathroom, but hey, let's not critique the sound of the game. It's cute. There's another move you can do, which is called the secret move. Basically, when you keep getting the same color of Yosumin, eventually the board will clear itself of that color, and the other colors will be the only one left. That's pretty useful if you want to get the scores with the other kinds of color. Let's say you're tired of red, you kick him out and you get the other colors. And sometimes special blocks will appear. Like for example, there's the flying Yosumin. You can move this one anywhere you want, and this way you can do you can do moves easier. There's the plus Yosumin. When you click on that little thing, the color it has will spread in a cross, and then it makes your moves easier. But there's also some evil Yosumin blocks. For example, the little black one, if you get this one in a combo, it will make oh man, it will make the most childish laugh ever and shuffle the board. Oh, but one that's not funny at all is that the huge blocks that appear out of nowhere and usually will just ruin the move you were about to do. Well, anyway, there's a few more blocks like that that appear sometimes, and what the? Did you hear that? It sounds like the Yosumin are having sex. What the fuck? What am I hearing? Anyway, let's move on. Scoring, yeah. So you might be wondering what's up with the score in this game and if it's useful. Well, actually, there is one thing that's very useful. When you reach a certain number of Yosumin you've captured from a certain color, you get some extra treats. Treats are used to make the game easier. Like for example, you have these treats. Some are used to make certain blocks appear more often, like special blocks or a color of a block. Some make certain blocks appear less, some make blocks appear in specific places. But all in all, it's pretty useful to the game, and honestly, you should use them. So now let's move on to the main goal of the game. The main goal of the game is to collect the pieces of the shards of the stained glass that was broken at the beginning of the game. Now when you do that, the stained glass repairs itself. Of course, at the beginning of the game it looks like nothing, but as you go on, you see that it gets a lot better. So that is pretty much it for Yosumin. There's some other things I could talk about, like Endless Yosumin, but it's just playing multiple levels without stopping. There's also some character selects, which is almost useless. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think it's really one of the funnest games I've ever played in my life, and for someone who doesn't like puzzle games, that's saying a lot. So, yep, end of the review. Oh, don't worry, little fella. I am Mac Daddy. Oh, don't worry, little fella. I am Mac Daddy. Oh, don't worry, little fella. I am Mac Daddy. Oh, don't worry, little fella. I am Mac Daddy. Oh, yeah.